Hey everyone, Kenny with Chapter 9. I'm breaking these in two videos again, so each patch for Chapter 9 will be in this video, and then the other ones will be in Chapter 10 video. The first thing first, this was an easy one because they had us just copy from the help section and then add some uh, different objects to see what it does. So we have the key, which is the computer keyboard, which tells Max that we can use the keyboard, and then select 32 tells us which key on the keyboard. So 32 is the space bar. It then sends a message to the button, which sends a bang to the counter whenever you hit the space bar, and then the counter object counts from its minimum to its maximum range, which we put in the argument 1 and 4. So as a bang is sent through here, it then starts at 1, which 1 will go into the collect object, which had us put in a data entry of values. Again, the index is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then once it receives a 1, it generates the 1. Once it receives a 2, it generates the 5. Once it receives a 3, and so on. So what that does is it'll send that number out to here, which then correlates to the chord of our choosing. So since we have those indexes of, I think it was 1, 4, 6, whatnot, when we hit our spacebar, you see the number changes. So this is your index value, and this is the number next to it. All right, for the mode relationships patch, we have a lot of the same stuff from the other patches built on the other one. Our scale abstraction patch, uh, our node in object to receive notes. There's no node out, so we're not going to hear anything. So essentially, you're supposed to be able to click the Locrian underscore B4 and then click this, and it should tell you what the mode relationship is. But let me see. I've had trouble with this one working for me. There we go. And in the match object, basically, once you get a match of the whole notes, half note, this basically this scale, it will send a note to the message box, which sends it into here, and then pings this. Then you get your mode. All right, I'm going to review the my scale analysis patch. This one is basically the same thing as the last one. The only difference is they showed you that there's an object that's already been done. It has all the stuff that we need. It showed us something Eric showed us last week, the inlet and outlet objects. So basically this is just within inside of that. And same thing, you just play a note in, and then it should tell you the scale. All right, so the scale analysis patch they had us build, there's a few new objects. We have the load mess 1, we have the bag object, the thresh, and the ZL object. So basically what we are supposed to do is play some notes on a keyboard. All those notes then go, through the MIDI controller, go through the note into the bag. The bag stores all the random numbers, and they use an example as like a hat. Then those numbers are then filtered into the thresh object, which then turns them into a list. And then the ZL sorts those. When you put sort, it does an ascending order. Your unpack object, just like we did in the other patches, is then going to take that list, unpack it into each one of these expression objects, and do that simple math to basically determine the distance from the previous note to the next note. And then it's unpacked, or then it's packed back up again, send back into our modal object here, and then we are told what scale that is. And the load mess 1 is for the bag to begin operating, basically. So the bag doesn't start collecting any information until it receives a 1 to its second inlet. So that being said, it's crucial that you have a load mess 1. So unless you click a button that says load mess 1 or something, but send a message 1 to the bag. Anyway, so I'll just play random stuff on my keyboard, see what happens. And then this triggers, must have been a C scale.